Hello guys, I'm Koro, and this video will be about Duolingo. In Duolingo, I have strayed about 290 days, almost like 300 days, and even before this streak, I was doing Duolingo almost a year, but I had like streak 150, then I just fell from the streak because I forgot to do it for almost like 5 days. I just don't remember, but I didn't have time, or I just had time, but it wasn't in my morning routine. And when I wasn't like had time for my whole morning routine because I had just really like bad sleeping schedule, so I had to like improve it. And then I just started again. I had about 80 days streak. Then I again failed, and now I have like record, and now I have just the record about 290 days, almost like 300. So I know how maybe like Duolingo I'm like really maybe experienced user that knows almost like everything about Duolingo. But no, like I'm normal user Duolingo. Okay, so we know that Duolingo is criticized many times because by many polyglots, because many people will just say that Duolingo won't make you fluent, won't learn you many things, because you actually don't, like, you are only doing translation, or you are just like listening and typing what you listen to, but you also need to more like to be with that language, like to hear that language more, speaking that language, writing that language, and all of the other things. But Duolingo doesn't make you like, it doesn't make you, it doesn't like make this. It is something that you just like translate and do these things. And I would say that I agree with that. Duolingo isn't the number one like tool to learn language. If you want to get fluent in some language, you just need to more do. But I would say that Duolingo can help you to learn a language, or can help you to start with learning a language, because Duolingo has like course, like 3 course, when you just go and you have just these courses where you can just, I don't know, family, I don't know, like what about like free time, the leisure, and also there are stories. Yeah, also not every course has stories, because some courses are made better. Like for example, Spanish is, I think, the best course to learn, because there are also many features. Also, like, I am learning German on Duolingo, and I would say also German is good, because it has stories. It has also like good voices, because every character has its own voice, which is great. But there are also the worst courses. For example, like when I was doing Esperanto, it was just course was really like the voice of the characters was really like bad, and someone just said like once that like the voice in some like courses, for example like Esperanto, Latin, and more, there are like voice like in refrigerators or somewhere like this, that they were like recording refrigerator, which I have to like agree, because it is really like bad voice, which is like a little bit disappointing, that someone who just wants to learn some maybe less used language, or some like wants to learn this language, like, I don't know, Esperanto or Latin, and he just gets worse of the like courses than from like German, Spanish, Italian, and other, like, I would say that. But on the other hand, like, Duolingo is still great tool. I would say, like, more like these better courses have its own stories, or not own stories, I don't know exactly. If I think in every course are the same stories, but in different languages, which is I would say great. It really like can learn you some words. Is really sometimes funny to listen to, and to like interact in that. Like you have sometimes to feel with the words and feel the blanket words and something like this. I would say like it's great. Yeah, Duolingo, it's really great. Also, the streak is good, which I would say like it's a little bit guilty. It makes you guilty when you don't do streak, which is, I would say, it is not something bad. It is something like you can track your progress with the streak. So it's like I would say like it's also good and also bad. It has in its own disadvantages and advantages. And Duolingo is like tool that can be good for some bonus to learning languages, because you have to like learn like with reading or listen to the language with some podcasts, or just listen, speak in that language, and also write in that language, try to like express some things. And I would say like if you will train this for a few weeks, you will get better fluent and you get more fluent and fluent. Also, I would say that almost like any app, like any learning language app, can make you fluent. Like you have to still like do more things in that language. You need more tools. So it is something that Duolingo is one of the like most known language app, and I would say like it's good. Like really, it learned me few words. It really like, without Duolingo, I would maybe be more like demotivated to learn language. I don't know. I just feel like to do with Duolingo, and Duolingo also made me motivated to learn language, because when I started with German, I wasn't really like thinking about to learn or only just do it. But then slowly I just got into that habit to do it, and then I said like I can use it more, like I can learn it more, the language, the German, and I started. So the thing is that I'm not some just like biggest polyglot, and the languages that I know are maybe like Slovak, English, and also I'm learning Russian in school, and also now German. So something like these four languages are that I'm like using now the most. Also like, yeah, these are like the most four languages. And also like little bonus can be Czech, that is really similar to Slovak. So that means like I understand almost everything, like even everything is like your second native language, like Czech. And also I can almost like speak. Also I have some like issue, or not issue, like, but sometimes I will just say like Slovak word in Czech, because it is something that I'm really like, it's something that is for me so similar. These two languages are too similar for me. Okay, so I think that was for Duolingo. So you can just type your opinion in comments, what like you think about Duolingo, if Duolingo helps you or not help you, or even like it damaging to your learning process or something like this. And for now, I think that's it. So in short, my opinion about Duolingo is Duolingo isn't the best tool, but it's something that's a great bonus. Something like this. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Be that person which you will look up to.